Hello, I'm Sifu Lamar and Davis II, and I would like to welcome you to volume 19 of my instructional video series, Jung Jeet Complete. This tape is on self-defense for the streets. In this video, you'll see a lot of the movements, a lot of the theories, a lot of the ideas that you've seen in some of the other tapes. But in the other tapes, you didn't see this material put together in this way. Also, on this tape, we'll be introducing for the first time certain things. So this tape covers putting to use some of the things that you got from the other tapes from a practical standpoint. So in this tape, we'll be going over things like combat range, fighting measure, visual focus, natural ready positions, the fighting stance, interception, four-corner lens seal dar, or simultaneous defense and attack. And then we'll go into countering some specific attacks that you may encounter in a street situation. And then we'll go into some possible combinations that you may run into. So we've got a pretty complete video for you here, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Starting out, I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the basic principles of Jeet, some of the things that make it such an effective fighting system. David Tanner will be assisting me in this video. At this time, David's going to join me, and we're going to talk about some of the things that make Jeet such an effective system for self-defense in the streets. Okay. One of the primary things that we concentrate on in Jeet is to get there quicker. Okay? Some systems, you get set, you get in a ready position, then you maybe block, and then you counter. In Jeet we learn to strike from wherever we are, wherever we may be at the moment. One of the principles that we use is what we refer to as the longest weapon to the nearest target. So in other words, if David decided he was going to attack me, what I would do, I would take into consideration his position. I would have to immediately analyze his position and assess what I was going to do. Okay, now from what I can see here, probably the first thing that I would do would be to kick, some kind of kick. A side kick, a straight kick, some kind of kick to his lead knee. Okay? This is using the longest weapon to attack the nearest target. My side kick on my lead leg is my longest weapon. Okay? So that's my first line of attack. Boom, right there. Putting that side kick in there. The longest hand weapon that I have is the Jeet, or finger jab. So, if we're a little bit closer, let's say that we're a little bit closer, we're just standing here, and all at once David decides he's going to show some type of aggression. I'm a little bit further in than I was a while ago, so I may not have time to get off the side kick, nor is the range appropriate for the side kick. So at the first sign of aggression, I simply fire the finger jab into the eye. Okay? This is something that will get somebody off of you real quick. Just fire a quick shot to the eye or the eyes, and they're completely disoriented. During this time, you can pretty much do anything you want to. You can fire a few more shots in to give you a little added security as you get away, or you can just shoot the fingers into the eyes and then take off running and make your escape immediately. Okay, so using the longest weapon to get at the nearest target is one of our primary principles here. Once again, the side kick or Jeet or finger jab. So we have the side kick or the Jeet. Okay? The side kick being the longest leg weapon, the Jeet or finger jab being the longest hand weapon. This is one of the first things that we think about in a self-defense situation. Once again, no wasted motion. In other words, if I were standing here like this and David were to suddenly show some type of aggression, I would just go straight from where I am to the target. I wouldn't try to get set first or anything like that. I wouldn't pull my hand back before I went in. If my hand was here and my target was there, I would just go straight from where my hand is to the target with no hesitation, just boom, right there, okay? Like that. So everything is based on directness. In Jong Jeet Kune, every movement that we do is based on 4 primary principles: simplicity, directness, effectiveness, and non-classical. Okay? Simplicity meaning nothing overly complicated, something that anyone should be able to learn and execute with a minimum amount of training. Directness being what I demonstrated a while ago, going straight from where you are to the target. Effectiveness meaning when we strike, we concentrate on effective targets. In other words, I wouldn't throw a finger jab to the chest. That's not an effective target for that particular weapon. I would, however, shoot a finger jab to the eye, or a finger jab to the eyes, or a spear point type finger jab right into the throat. Okay? That's a practical target for this particular weapon. And that's a target that I can damage with my strike. Okay? So, by effectiveness, we mean that everything we do is to do damage, to inflict injury upon our attacker. Okay, so simple, direct, and effective. And the other thing is non-classical or non-traditional. We adopt a very modern, very scientific attitude in our training and in the execution of techniques. Everything that we do follows good scientific principle. Okay? In other words, we don't throw a punch or a kick a certain way just because somebody did it that way 400 years ago. Okay? Things evolve, things change. And this is one of the things that Bruce Lee was all about. This is one of the things that Jong Jeet Kune is all about. This non-classical, non-traditional attitude. Do what it takes to get the job done. Get out of there. That's the way we look at things. Okay. Speaking of effectiveness and targets, I want David to stand here and face the camera. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what we refer to as vital targets. Okay, 3 primary targets for self-defense in the street: the eyes, the throat, and the groin. Okay? Eyes, throat, groin. Secondary targets: nose, solar plexus, and the knees. Okay? So, first it's eyes, throat, groin, then nose, solar plexus, knees. Okay? These are our primary targets. These are the things that will do the most damage the quickest. So this is what we concentrate on, especially in a street situation where your life may be in danger. Okay, so effective strikes to vital targets is what it's all about. Okay? In other words, the finger jab to the eye, the finger jab to the throat, the kick to the groin, the side kick to the knee. Okay? Those are the things that make for effective self-defense. I'm not going to punch him in the chest. That's a complete waste. Okay? I may punch him in the solar plexus, but I'm not just going to punch him in the chest. I'm not going to hit him in the shoulder. Okay? I'm going to concentrate on targets that do damage, that inflict pain upon my opponent. Okay. Thank you, David. Now I want to talk a little bit about what we call the 4 ranges of combat. Okay? First you have the kicking range, then you have the hand range, then you have the trapping range, then you have the grappling range. Now, you have to be effective in all four ranges if you want to be an effective street fighter. If you want to be good at self-defense in the streets, you have to have a complete understanding of these four ranges, what they involve, what is entailed in getting from range to range, what weapons work best at various ranges, how to integrate it, how to put it all together, and how to make it work for you. Okay? So once again, these four ranges are the kicking range, the hand range, the trapping range, and the grappling range. I'm going to call David in again. We're going to talk a little bit about these ranges. On guard. Okay. The kicking range begins when I can make contact with any kick to David's body, especially the nearest target, which in this case would be, the nearest practical target would be the knee. So as soon as I can make contact with David's knee, I'm in the kicking range, okay? So the outer rim of the kicking range is defined by the extension of my lead leg side kick to David's lead knee. Okay, then we go to hand range, all right? When I get to a point where my finger jab can contact David's eye, that's where the hand range starts. This defines the outer rim of the hand range. The finger jab to the eyes, or eye, okay? Now, when we go in deeper than that, we're in what we call the trapping range. Trapping range can take place anywhere from kicking to grappling, okay? All that time we're in that trapping range. Trapping is the broadest range. What is trapping? Okay, if you haven't seen the previous tapes and you don't know anything about trapping, trapping is using a particular type movement to remove an obstruction on my line. Okay, we have simple traps, we have compound traps. If I come in with a finger jab and he blocks, okay, I have an obstruction on the line here. Now I have two choices. I can either remove that obstruction or I can go around that obstruction. These trapping movements give me the ability to remove the obstruction. So from here, I can either pox out, which is the slap hand, or I can lops out, which is the grabbing hand. Those are just basic, simple choices here, simple trapping moves. Okay, now what if I come in and he defends with this hand? Okay, now we go into what we call a compound trapping situation here. I come in, I finger jab, let's say I fire a finger jab, he defends, I pox out, he defends with a rear hand one pocket, cross slap. Okay, from here, I cross grab, and I hit him with a back fist. Then I may pin him here with what we call a lance out, or bar arm, and hit him again, or I may use this opportunity to close and fire an elbow. Okay, this is one of the most effective weapons that you have, that elbow, especially if you're firing to the jaw, to the temple, to the nose. Very effective weapon, the elbow. Okay, so trapping is a very broad range. Kicks can occur in trapping, punches can occur in trapping, open hand techniques can occur in that trapping range. Then we have the headbutts, we have the knees, we have the elbows, we have the shoulder smash. All these things can occur in trapping range. This is why many fighters refer to trapping range as the deadliest combat range. Okay, so the idea here is to be able to get through this range. If I don't end it in this range, I get to what we call grappling range. Grappling involves things like arm bars, figure four, arm lock, wrist lock, something like this movement here where you put him in a choke. If he were to fire a punch in at me, I would parry it and go up under. I could go into what we call a side strangle. Okay, that would be considered a grappling move. Anything basically that fits into the category of throws, sweeps, locks, takedowns, holds, Okay? So that grappling range, that's that very close in-fighting range where you're close enough to choke, close enough to bar out their arm, close enough to get them in a reverse arm lock, close enough to get them in a figure four, okay? Close enough to do a leg takedown, okay? All of these things are in the grappling area. So grappling closely resembles wrestling or judo or jiu-jitsu, these type of movements, okay? So what we have to do is progress from kicking to hand to trapping to grappling, hopefully without getting hit or kicked in the process. This is what we call entering. So I have to be able to close the gap. I have to be able to come in there and go all the way through and end a conflict without having personal damage done to myself in the process. So an example of this would be, if David were in the on guard position, an example of this would be, I may feint a high hand technique, slide up, kick, touch down, try to go the eye. If I get the eye here, fine. Okay? Now, what if, instead of me going right into the eye, what if David gets a defensive hand up? Okay, so I feint, shoot, kick, touch down. Okay, now we have defense here. Okay, and I have some options here. I can go around and hit low, or I can slap into the groin, like so. Okay? Or I can check it and come around with a joust out, or running hand, and hit him with a hard palm smash. Okay? These are all options at this point. But at any rate, I've gotten to this point, and I have to either remove this obstruction or go around it. Basically, what I've been talking about so far are ways to go around it. Okay, now let's talk about removing it. This is your trapping. This is pox out, or slap hand. So from here, I execute the pox out and bring my punch straight in. Okay, now, what if David parries that punch? Okay, so now we're here. Now this has been parried. Now we're here. Okay, now from here, I can come down to this point, bring this in. Okay, from here I can trap, bring a knee smash in, come in with another elbow. Okay, if I choose to do so, at this point, I could go into grappling. Okay, that's another option that's available to me. Okay, so where are we so far? We've got the kick, the finger jab, which he blocks, the pox out, which he defends, the Linlocks out, or cross-grabbing hand, then I come into a back fist. Okay, if I wanted to go into grappling from here, what would be my choices? The thing that most immediately comes to mind is an arm bar, right off of that position. Notice how I just twisted his wrist, barred his arm out. From here, I could shoot a claw into the face. It's very painful. Right into the face. Just ripping, tearing, whatever I can get there at that point. Continuing to bar the arm, now using my body to bar the arm. I could grab his throat. Okay? Several things could happen from this point. I could strike and then come in and go into a choke. Okay? So, now let's take it a little bit further here. Let's go all the way through. First, I'm out of range. This is what we call a fighting measure. This is a good time to bring this in. When I'm just out of kicking range, I'm on the rim of the fighting measure. This is the distance I want to maintain. This gives me time to act, time to react if David attacks, yet I'm not so close that he could get me immediately. I can get out of the way if I have to, yet I'm not so far away that I can't get in quickly. Okay, so this is basically the rim of the fighting measure, the distance that we have here. Okay, so from this point, I close the gap, I kick, I finger jab, he blocks, I pops out, he defends against that. I Linlocks out or cross grab, hit him with a back fist. Arm bar, claw, step through, choke. Okay? There's an example. Okay, now we'll just kind of flow through that without me talking this time. Okay? Arm bar, claw, choke. Okay? Alright, so that's how we flow, right from one thing into the next. The last thing you want to happen in the street is to come in and go and get off a successful kick and then touch down and not do anything. Okay? When I come down, I want to be in there with something that's going to do some damage. Therefore, we go back to effectiveness. Okay? Something effective, something that's going to do some damage. Okay, so I may go here. I may switch to here. I may touch down, trapping that arm, and fire an elbow. Okay? That would be another example of a way that I could get in. Here, 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 trap, elbow. I may go here, here, bar, punch, step through, cradle, and break the neck. Okay? That's another option that's open to me at that distance. The important thing here is to just flow right through from one range into the next. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about here is what we refer to as visual focus principles. Okay? Stand right here, David. Okay, just stand square facing the camera. All right. Visual focus principles basically means, what do you look at when you fight someone? Okay? This area right here. It's what we call the central focus point. Okay? Extend your arms out, please. Okay? The elbows, the knees, and the forehead are what we call the secondary focus points. Okay, so when I'm engaged in combat with someone, I focus my vision here. But then I use peripheral vision to take in everything around this point. This is like a starting point, okay? This is just a starting point. Peripheral vision takes in everything around it, especially concentrating on the elbows, the knees, and the forehead. Why the elbows, the knees, and the forehead? Before any head strike can take place, the elbow has to move. Therefore, elbow movement will tell me what's coming at me in the way of hand technique. Before any kick can make contact with my body, the knee has to move. That's just a natural part of kicking. The knee has to move. So, movement from either knee will tell me whether or not he's kicking, and possibly even which kick I'm going to have to deal with. Okay, the forehead, the head is attached to the body. Everywhere the body goes, the head goes, and probably has to go there first. So the forehead will always tell me where he's going, where he's headed. Now, on guard. When I face off with an opponent in the street, I want to be able to take in everything from my lead foot all the way to just above the top of his head. This is what I want to be able to take in. My lead foot to just above the top of his head. Focusing on this central focus zone here, right about the solar plexus. Then I'm going to kind of use my peripheral vision to take in the secondary focus points. The elbows, the knees, and the forehead. This will tell me everything that's going on. This will, by taking in my lead foot, this will help me be constantly aware of the fighting measure. And it will give me a little bit of reaction time if he starts to move or if he starts to show some type of aggression. So from this position, I should be able to take in everything that my opponent can do. Okay? All right. Now, that brings us to the next point, the fighting stance. Okay? Another one of the most important principles in Jeet Kune Do is to put the power side to the front. Okay? I want to put my power side to the front. That's very important. In my case, it's my right hand. So when I assume my fighting stance, my right hand goes to the front. Okay? If my left hand were my power hand, when I assume my fighting stance, my left hand would go to the front. Like this, okay? Now you'll notice I'm equally at home with either lead. That's because in a self-defense situation, you don't know where you're going to be caught at the time that you have to defend yourself. You don't know where you're going to be standing. You don't know where your assailant may come from. So you have to be ready for anything. And you won't always have the time to get in the picture-perfect power side forward fighting stance. Okay? But when you do, you want to emphasize certain things in your stance. One, you want 50-50 weight distribution. The same amount of weight on either foot. This will allow you to move in any direction with equal speed. Two, you want the knees bent. This way you're ready. You're ready for action. You're ready to move. So I want my knees bent. Three, I want my rear heel raised. So far, 50-50 weight distribution, knees bent, rear heel raised. I want about a shoulder width and a half between my feet. Okay? My upper body is going to be erect. My hands are right on the center line. The rear hand just below the chin inside the lead shoulder. The lead hand about a foot in front of it, slightly lower. Elbows in and down. My head is going to tilt slightly downward, like so. This keeps a full fist from being able to get into my throat, either vertical or horizontal. Let's face it, you catch a fist to the throat in the street, chances are that's it. It's over with. You won't fight anymore. Okay. You may not live to fight again. Alright, so we want to protect that throat. Now, when you do this, you don't want to do like this. Okay, this is ridiculous. You want to just tilt the head down enough so that a full fist cannot get into the throat. Okay? So, when we put all these elements together, this is what our stance is going to look like. Notice my hands are not completely open. They're not completely closed. They're in between. Fingers lightly curved, hands relaxed, wrists straight. Okay? The reason for this being, an open hand moves faster than a closed hand. When I make a fist, I flex muscles in here. This is going to put a braking action on the tendons. This is going to slow me down. So I want to be as relaxed as possible. I don't want to bring any tension into my strike until right before impact. Right at the last instant. That's where the tension comes in, but not before. Okay? So if you're looking at it from the front, this is what the stance looks like. Now this is a good time to bring up the alignment of the feet. This is what we call an angular alignment. The right foot is just to the right of the center line. The left foot is just to the left of the center line. So here's what we've got. Notice the hands right on the center line. The rear hand can vary a little bit. You can go off to the side just a little bit, but not much. Okay? The lead hand can go off just a little bit, but not much. We don't want to go here because now we're open. So you want to be anywhere from here to here. In this range. This is okay. But don't get out here. Okay? Now, the height of the lead hand can also vary slightly. And this will be based on the height of your opponent. Basically, you want your forearm pointed right at his nose. This is a principle that I refer to as aiming the gun. Okay? If my hand is the bullet and my forearm is the barrel of the gun, wherever I aim the barrel of the gun, the bullet is set to go. Okay? So this goes back to no preparatory movement before a strike. This is economy of motion, efficiency. Okay? So this is what we're looking at here. So the height of my hand can vary based on the height of my opponent. I want to line my forearm up. I want to point it like the barrel of a gun, right at his nose. So if I'm facing a shorter opponent, my hand may drop down some. If I'm facing a taller opponent, my hand may raise up some. So I can have this much variance in the position of my lead hand. Okay? Then we also have another variation of the stance where the lead hand is down low directly in front of the groin, protecting the groin. Everything else is the same, just the position of the lead hand is slightly different, like so. Notice it's right in front of the groin. Notice that my elbow is still in close to my body. It doesn't get out here like this. It stays in close to my body. Okay? So seen from the front, that position looks like this. Okay? So that's another position. Now, this is called the Jong, or on guard position. Okay? This is what we refer to as the open Jong because the center line is slightly open. With the right foot on the right side of the center, left foot on the left side of the center. 50-50 weight distribution, rear heel raised, shoulder width and a half between the feet, knees bent, upper body erect, elbows in and down, hands on guard on the center line, rear hand just below the chin and inside the lead shoulder, lead hand slightly lower and about a foot in front, hands not completely open, not completely closed, just relaxed, head tilted slightly downward to protect the throat. This is the JKD by Jong, or on guard position. Okay. A while ago, I made a statement that you will not always be able to get into the fighting stance before a situation reaches the point where you realize that you're in danger. So for this type of situation, we have what we call natural ready positions. In other words, sometimes I don't really know how bad a situation is going to get or how quickly it's going to escalate to the point where I have to use deadly force or where I have to defend myself. So, until I know that, I can't just come up to somebody and go, okay? That'd be kind of silly if I'm having this talk with this guy and things seem to be getting a little bit out of hand and all at once I go like this when he hadn't even done anything, okay? So, until I know that a situation exists, I have to have some type of position that puts me in a point or at a point where I'm not threatening this person, but I am ready to go into action. I am ready to react. Okay, there are a few positions that I like. Whenever possible, if I'm this close to someone and we're talking and I think that things may get out of hand in any way whatsoever, whenever possible, I will somehow turn my right side to them, my right side being my power side. I'll try to turn it to them slightly. I may hold my hands in a position like this, I may stand like this, or I may stand like this. Now notice in all three of these positions, my right hand, my right arm is on top. Okay? I don't ever go like this. Okay? Because then I've got to get my arms untangled before I can do anything. I want to be ready to act or react from right where I am. So, whether I'm here, whether I'm here, or whether I'm here, I want this hand where it's ready to go. Okay? Now, if I were looking directly at you in these positions, I would be here, here, or here. Okay, now, the position that you assume is based on, once again, the various stages of, I guess you would say, gut instinct, the various stages of your feelings as to how you think things are progressing, how this conflict is escalating. Okay, the closer I feel that I am to danger, the higher my arms are going to get. And if I'm very close to someone, I may be standing like this, which looks like I'm just thinking about something, but I have my lead hand up here where it's very close to my head. I can still see their whole body, and I'm ready to immediately go into action for defensive purposes or for offensive purposes. Okay? So if I'm standing a little bit close to someone, and I don't quite know what's going on, I think that maybe something could happen, I'm going to turn my body at an angle and just look like I'm just thinking, just listening to them talk or whatever, but I'm ready to react immediately. Okay? These are what we call natural ready positions. Of course, at a greater distance, I can just stand square with my hands at my sides, ready to go into whatever I need to based on what's going on. Okay, so this would be the simplest of the natural ready positions. Just stand square with your hands at your side. From there, we would escalate to here. From there, we go to here, and from there, we go to here, and then from there, right into the full-blown Jong or on guard position, if time permits. Okay, so that's a little bit about natural ready positions. Okay, on guard, David. Okay, ideally, I want to be able to get into my stance before a situation gets to a point where I have to strike or kick or react in some way. Okay? But I will not always be able to do that. Okay? That's preferable, but I will not always be able to do that. So I may stand like this, and then as soon as he gets his stance, if I can, I'll assume the Jong or on guard position. Okay, there are certain ways that we go about assuming the position based on the distance between myself and my opponent. If David were just standing there, and if we're this close, and he suddenly acts like he's raising his hands, or he's going to try to strike me or something like that, I would step backward with my left foot. Okay? This puts me right on the rim of the fighting measure with my power side forward. Okay? This is what we refer to as angling left rear. My left foot just angles to the rear and back, and I'm on guard, ready to fight. Okay? Now, if we're this far away, and David suddenly shows some sign of aggression, I would move backward because I'd be a little bit too far away. So when he starts to show some aggression, I move forward. Now here we are once again right on the rim of the fighting measure. So to get in my right side power position, my right lead position, if we're close, I would step back. This is what we call angling left rear. Just step back with my left leg. If we're further away, I would angle right front. I would step forward with my right leg. Okay? All right? Now, looking at you, that's what this would look like. If my opponent is closer to me than I like for him to be, if I have time to assume my fighting stance immediately, I'm going to angle left rear, which means my left foot is going to step to the rear. And I'm going to assume the on guard position immediately. If my opponent is a little bit further away from me, and I have time to get into my fighting stance, I'm going to angle right front, which means my right foot is going to step to the front, and I'm going to immediately assume the Jong or on guard position. Thank you, David. Okay, when we come back, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we refer to as the interception. I'm going to explain what intercepting is all about, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the various ways that we intercept an opponent's movement or intercept an incoming attack. Jeet means the way of the intercepting fist. Intercepting is when you execute a very quick movement, a very effective movement, as early as possible to stop any sign of aggression on the part of the opponent. Okay, now it doesn't have to be a punch. Even though Jeet means the way of intercepting fist, it doesn't always have to be the fist that does the intercepting. It can be a kick. I can intercept his intention to move in with a kick from my lead leg. Of course, to intercept, I want to use my lead side, my power side, whenever possible. Whether it's a finger jab, whether it's a punch, or whether it's a kick. I want it to come off my lead side because that's the power side, that's the side that I use the best, and that's what I want to face my opponent with, as we talked about in the previous sequence. Okay, at this time David's going to join me. We're going to talk a little bit about interception. Okay, I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about the lead kick as an interception. Okay, now, we do certain drills at my academy that train the student to react immediately to any sign of aggression. One of these drills involves standing squarely with your partner. He wears leg guards like David has on here, and he will either step with his right leg or his left leg. Now, what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to intercept any intention to move forward on the part of David. Okay, so I can do this squarely, or I can do this from my fighting stance, okay? We do the drill both ways. Okay, so I'm going to start off squarely so that I can train to bring my right side into play, my power side into play as quick as possible against either leg. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be intercepting with a kick. In this case, I'm going to be intercepting his intention to move toward me. His first show, his first sign of aggression. That's what I'm going to be intercepting. So we start off, we just face off squarely, we just stand here, and then David, whenever he's ready, he's going to step in with either the right foot or the left foot. I have no idea which foot is coming. In the earlier stages of the drill, we may start off, okay, right foot coming in. Then we may go to left foot coming in. Then we may go right foot coming in, left foot coming in, right foot coming in, left foot coming in, alternating like that. But the eventual goal of this drill is to be able to react to either leg at any time with no hesitation. In other words, you're trying to enhance your visual focus skills. This is an attribute that you want to develop to as high a level as possible. Okay, so I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to focus on this central focus point on David's chest, approximately where the sternum or solar plexus is located. And I'm going to take in everything around, and as soon as I pick up any intention that David's going to move, I'm going to put my foot out into the leg that moves first. Notice that when we do this, as I kick, very slow, David, very slow. As I kick, I bring my hands up. Because when I'm standing square, I don't want to just kick and leave my hands down. What if I miss with my kick and I come down? I'm right in range for his hands. Okay? So I'm going to bring my hands up as I kick. Okay? Now my hands are up and ready to go, ready to go with some kind of attack. Okay? Instead of just being down at my side. Okay. So we'll do this a little bit more. Training the hands to come up simultaneously as you kick. Then we progress to the actual fighting stance. And from here he'll do the same thing. And my goal is once again to intercept as early as possible. With that lead leg kick. Okay, now I have several choices as to what I want to intercept with. Okay, on guard. I can intercept with a side kick. I can intercept with a straight kick. I can intercept with a hook kick, or I can intercept with an oblique kick or cross-stamping kick, like so. Now I know that's rear leg, but still it's an interception. Primary method of interception is the lead leg side kick and the lead leg straight kick, okay? Because those are the simplest. Those are the things that work the best. Okay, next, I'm going to talk about the Bill Jeet, okay? The finger jab as a way of intercepting. Once again, we start the drill standing, but you notice we're going to be a little bit closer to each other. Hands at sides. Once again, David is going to start to move toward me. And And I'm going to flick a finger jab out toward his eyes at the earliest possible moment. Okay, notice how I swing my leg around and get into the fighting stance as early as possible, as soon as I possibly can. Okay, so this is one way that we have of training the Bill G, or finger jab. Now, in the street, or wherever you may be, when someone threatens you, if we're at this range, if I'm trained to shoot this out there, and if I've trained that well, that would be my automatic response, okay? This is what we call neuromuscular conditioning. This would be my automatic response because it would be ingrained into my neuromuscular reflex system. Well, here he starts to aggress, and I flick a finger jab out to the eyes and assume the fighting stance immediately. Like so. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the use of the Chung Choi, or vertical fist punch, to intercept the lead side. This is the intercepting fist. This is our major lead hand power weapon. Okay, now there are several drills that we have for enhancing the intercepting fist. If you saw Volume 5, Intercepting Fist and Stop Kicking, you know a little bit about some of these drills. The intercepting fist is a very powerful, very intense hand weapon. Okay, now, there are several ways to train this, but on a live opponent, the problem that we have is to make sure that we don't hit too hard, okay? Because you want to preserve your training partner. So, from the same position that we were in before, as soon as he starts to show any aggression, I fire this intercepting fist. Finally getting to where I'm actually lunging toward him with the punch. In the earlier stages of the drill, you'll probably find yourself kind of backing up a little bit when he starts in towards you. Kind of backing up. Eventually, you'll get where you'll be comfortable and you'll actually advance as you fire the punch. Like so. Okay. The interception is something that should be practiced and thoroughly developed. It's very important. Okay? The lead leg kick, the Bill G, or finger jab, and the Chung Choi, or vertical fist punch. These are things that could be, should be practiced constantly and developed for immediate response. Okay, now I want to talk a little bit about what we call the four-corner Linsil Dadar movements. Linsil Dadar is simultaneous defense and attack. This is primarily used against what we call the hook line attack. An attack that's curving in like so. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 basic areas that the hook line strike can attack. Okay. These are the four corners. The corners, the names of the corners are defined based on which side you have forward. If my right side is forward, this is the outside of my stance, this is the inside of my stance. So if David were to attack here, this is what we call an outside high attack. Okay? If he were to attack down here, this is what we call an outside low attack. Coming in here. Okay? If he were to attack here, this is what we call an inside high attack. inside high, okay? If you were coming in down here, this is what we call an inside low attack. Inside low, okay? Now, four corner drills should be practiced very extensively. Okay, these are very important drills. It's very important to have this four corner Lensil Didar ability. Okay, now we're going to be working. I'm going to take the gloves off for just a moment to show you something here. We're going to be working with four simple movements here. Four simple movements here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the four corner Lensil Didar movements. Okay? Defending my inside high corner is here. Okay? This hand, since it's already right here, just goes right out to here. Okay? Okay? Defending my outside high corner up here, like so. Crossing the center line just enough to cover my head. Like so. Defending my inside low corner, cut down on it, like so. Defending my outside low corner, slap down on it, like so. Seen from the side. Inside high corner. Outside high corner. Inside low corner. And outside low corner. Okay. Okay, bring it right hand glove, please. Okay. We're going to show you one of our basic four corner drills here and give you some idea of how these four corner Lensil Didar movements are used in an actual fighting situation. Okay. First of all, Dave is going to attack the inside high corner, which is this corner. Right here, this area here. Okay, he's going to attack with a hook line attack, which means it's going to be coming in like so. Okay, now all I'm going to do when this hook comes in is just bring this hand out, just cut into it, and punch simultaneously. Like so. Okay? If he attacks the outside high corner, that's here. It's this area here, outside high. With a hook line movement, it will look like this. Okay? And when he comes in, my response is just going to be right here. Once again, very simple. If he attacks my inside low corner, which is here, once again, very simple, very direct, very economical response. Okay? Now, if he attacks my outside low corner, which is here, with a hook line attack, and look like this. Okay, I'm just going to drop down on it. And hit. Okay. As you can see, these movements are very simple. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to show you one of the drills that we use to develop the four corner attack and defense movement. David is going to stand before me in a square stance. Okay, this gives him equal reach with both the right and the left hand. Okay, now what he's going to do, he's going to measure off with double hand contact to my face. Okay, now he's going to attack with an open hand blow. This would simulate a hook coming in to either my inside high corner, my outside high corner, my inside low corner, or my outside low corner. My job is to pick up which corner is being attacked and respond with the appropriate four corner Linseal Dadar simultaneous attack and defense movement. Okay, so that's going to look like this. Measure off. As you see, sometimes a strike gets through, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. The idea is to get it down to a point where the more you warm up to the drill, the faster you can go, and hopefully you reach a point where every time you intercept correctly with your Linseal Dadar or four corner simultaneous defense and attack movement. Okay, when we return, thank you, David, we're going to talk a little bit about countering specific attacks in the street. In other words, some of the things that you can expect to encounter in a street situation, some of the most common attacks, and how you would respond to those attacks. In this sequence, we're going to get into some of the specific attacks that you may encounter in the street and how you would deal with those attacks. And I'm going to show you a lot of different ways to deal with certain attacks. So just pay attention, and I think you'll get a lot out of this portion of the video. Okay, we're going to start out talking about possible defenses against a lead hand punch coming in. Now this is whether this would be horizontal fist, or whether a vertical fist, Doesn't matter. At any rate, it's a lead hand punch. Lead hand straight punch coming in. Okay, David's going to join me now. And we're going to start right off showing you some of these things. Now, in this portion of the tape, you're going to see a little bit of everything. Okay? You're going to see hand strikes. You're going to see some kicking. You're going to see some trapping. You're going to see some grappling. We're just going to kind of go wild here. You're going to see a little bit of everything, and I think you're really going to enjoy this portion of the tape. So starting off, we're going to work with a lead punch. So David's just going to step in with a lead punch. Okay, that's the first one. I'm going to one pop and build Jeet, finger jab to the eyes. Then I'm going to kick right into the solar plexus with a hook kick. Okay, see it from the other side. Okay, slow it down a little bit. Punch comes in, finger jab, build G, hook kick right into the solar plexus. Okay. This time, when David comes in, I'm going to execute the one pop or cross slap. I'm going to straight punch right into the face. Okay? Now, from here, I'm going to hook down, a little movement that we call a cup style, and shovel hook right into the floating rib, kidney area. Okay? So, when he comes in, it's going to be boom here, boom here. Okay? Now, watch where I go from there. Here, here, here. Bring my shin hard into the sciatic nerve as I trap his throat here, bar out his throat. And then I come in with an elbow. Okay? So that finishes this sequence up. Boom, 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 boom. See it from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Okay. This time, when David comes in, I'm going to simply rock back and side kick. Just rock back and side kick. Okay, going for the rib area. All right, this time when he comes in, I'm going to stop kick to the lead knee. Okay, notice I just shift my weight, boom, stop kick. And finger jab, okay? Back up. Okay, stop kick, finger jab. All right, this time when he comes in, I'm going to parry with my lead hand, box out, and elbow right into the head. Okay, from there, scoop out, shovel hook, groin slap, take down. Okay? He comes in, parry, trap, elbow, scoop, shovel hook, groin slap, take down. Okay? scoop, shovel hook, groin slap, take down. Parry, pop, elbow, scoop, shovel hook, groin slap, take down. Straight from the other side. Parry, box out, elbow, scoop, shovel hook, groin slap, take down. Okay. This time, punch comes in, parry, lock, punch, kick, punch. Parry, lock, punch, kick, punch. Notice that time, I open with a Bill G, lock hit, kick, punch, okay? Bill G, lock hit, kick, punch. And again, Bill G, lock hit, kick, punch. Okay, now from here, I can go right into the cradle and break the neck. Okay. This time, punch comes in. Punch, punch, punch. Lock, knee, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Lock, knee, elbow. Didn't have to be a punch the last time. Punch, 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 lock, knee, elbow. Get from the other side. Punch, 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 lock, knee, elbow. Or punch, 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 lock, knee, punch. Or punch, 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 lock, knee, cut. Right into the toe, slap the groin, okay? Okay, from there, lock, knee, elbow, okay? All right. That's several possibilities for dealing with that, initiating with an upper body shot. Now, let's take it to the lower body. He brings the punch into the head. I drop down, groin slap, step through, take down. He comes in. Now, when I go for this takedown, this is an actual strike. Very slow. That's an actual strike. Okay? Very slow. Okay? Actual strike coming in there. Hard. Right across the collarbone, neck, jaw area. Slap to the groin. Step through. Side strangle. Other side. Okay, that's taking a little bit into the grappling area. Okay, punch comes in, lock, bar, kick, punch. lock, bar, kick, punch. Lock, right into the bar, kick, punch. Okay, from the other side. Punch comes in, lock, bar, kick, punch. Okay, all right. Next thing we're going to show you, dealing with a rear hand punch coming in. Of course, that was just some of the possibilities for a lead hand. Just want to give you some ideas there of what you can do with all this. Rear hand punch coming in. Demonstrate the punch. Okay, there's the punch. He's stepping in, coming in, firing the punch directly to my face. Okay, first one. Bill G. Okay. Angle, Bill G. Now this uses sliding leverage. Okay. I just angle off, slide right up the arm. From there, trap, punch, break, hammer fist to the groin, back fist to the face, trap the head, knee smash, step through, down he goes. Angle, finger jab, trap, punch, break, hammer, back fist, knee, step through, down he goes. Okay, from the other side. Okay, punch comes in. Bill G, trap, punch, break, hammer, back fist, head trap, knee smash, step through, down he goes. Angle, Bill G, trap, punch, break, hammer, back fist, head trap, knee smash, step through, down he goes. Okay, this time, punch comes in, bonks out, locks out, back fist, straight punch, kick. Bonks out, locks out, back fist, straight punch, kick. Notice this is a rear leg kick coming through on the energy. Bonks out, locks out, back fist, straight punch, kick. Okay? Show that from the other side. Bonks out, locks out, back fist, straight punch, kick. Okay? Bonks out, locks out, back fist, straight punch, kick. Okay, you get the idea. Okay, this time, punch comes in. Parry, trap, back fist. Then back fist low to the groin. Okay. Okay, from here, punch, knee smash, elbow, knee. Okay, notice the flow here. Parry, trap, back fist high, back fist low. Punch, knee smash, elbow, knee smash. Parry, trap, back fist, then low, punch, knee smash, elbow, knee smash. Once again, just trying to give you some ideas here. Punch comes in, bridge punch, 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 punch. Okay, straight blast, and that'll work. Okay, straight blast will take care of just about anything. All right, hook punch. Coming in with the lead hand. Boom, right there. Okay, right off, just boom. Rinse that off. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. Okay. Good punch. Come in. Duck. Shovel hook. Shovel hook. Elbow. Boom, boom, boom. Duck. Shovel hook. Shovel hook. Elbow. Okay? You've got to be real careful when we work these elbows. They're very dangerous. Duck, shovel, shovel, elbow. Okay? Good punch, coming in. Okay? Okay? On the other side. One, two. Okay? Pretty serious looking move there, huh? Rear hand hook. Coming in. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, other side. Rear hand hook coming in. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? Add a little groin shot in there, just for the fun of it. Thank you, Dave. Okay. When we come back, we're going to show you some ways to deal with the back fist, the straight kick, and the hook kick. So you can look forward to that in the next sequence. In this sequence, we're going to go into some more responses or counters for specific attacks. Before we go any further with this, let me point something out to you. We have to be very careful when we do this because it's very easy to go a little bit too quick, to slightly lose control, and do some serious damage to your training partner. And even though my partner is wearing a certain amount of protective gear, that's not going to help him that much if I accidentally really cut loose with something. So if any of this appears to be slow to you, just imagine what it would be like if I were not hindered by having to slow down to keep from injuring my partner. In the street, it would be all out, full blast, full contact, no hesitation. Another thing you have to remember is we can't show you every way to deal with a certain attack within the confines of this one tape. In the future, there will be a street combat series that will cover as many different ways as possible to counter certain attacks. So, in the future, if you're interested in seeing more of this, you can check out that tape. But for now, we're limited to the confines of a 2-hour tape. We just have to show you what we can. So I'm just giving you a few things that you can use to deal with certain attacks. Okay, David's going to join me now. We're going to start off talking a little bit about the back fist. Okay, the back fist is primarily the lead hand strike. So David's going to assume the on guard position, and he's going to fire the back fist from the right lead. Demonstrate. So that's what the back fist is going to look like. Okay, now what I'm going to do is when he starts to fire the back fist, I'm going to check it here, pops out, punch through. So, here, here. Okay, now, watch this. Pops out, punch, punch, going right into the lock, right into a joust out palm smash, coming right into the face. Okay. Okay. The other side. Coming in. Check. Pop. Punch. Bring it on. There we go. Get that extension. Okay. All right. Back fist coming in. Okay, just angle, check, joust out palm, full force coming into the jaw of the ear. Take down. On the other side. Back fist coming in. Check. Joust out palm. Coming around. Take down. Okay. This time. Back fist coming in. Cut in with the rear hand punch. Then go to a lead hand punch. Back fist coming in. Bring it on in there, okay? Cut in. Rear hand punch, trap, lead hand punch. From the other side. Back fist coming in. Okay, what I did that time, I added to it. Back fist coming in. Cut in. Punch. Punch. Cut. Cut. Track. Knee. Then I can bring the elbow in. Okay, back fist coming in. Punch. Punch. Cut, cut. Neck trap. Knee smash. Elbow. Okay. Back fist coming in. Lean back and hook punch. Okay. Other side. Okay. Okay. Okay? Back fist coming in. Pops out, back fist. Okay? A bit of follow up there. Other side. Finger jab, hook punch. Finger jab, hook punch. Cutting in with the finger jab, hooks out, hook punch. Notice I've got the leg checked. Hook punch comes in, he has nowhere to go but down. Back fist, finger jab, pull, hook. Feel down a little bit there. Notice the tearing motion at the face with the claw. Back in, break the arm, cut right into the throat. Okay. He's in a left lead. Comes in with the back fist. Back fist coming in. Parry, punch. Okay, long pop, feel G, kick, elbow. Long pop, feel G, kick, elbow. Pop, trap, back fist, figure four, down he goes. Pop, trap, back fist, figure four with a step through, down he goes. Other side. Pop, trap, back fist, figure four with a step through, down he goes. Okay, back fist coming in, lead it with a bounce out, lock punch, trap, punch. Elbow coming in. Parry, punch, back fist, kick, punch, knee, elbow. Parry, punch, same hand. Back up. Parry, punch. Same hand. Bumps out, lops out. Back fist, trap, elbow, knee, elbow. Pop, punch, punch, punch. Figure four, down he goes. Pop, punch, 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 punch. Kick, step through, kick. punch, back fist, hook punch, knee smash, elbow, knee. Other side. Pop, punch, back fist, hook punch, knee, elbow. Pop, punch, punch, kick, 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 punch, punch. Arm bar, claw, down it goes. Pop, punch low, kick, punch, kick. Pop, punch low, punch, trap, back fist, kick, knee, elbow, neck torque, down he goes. Okay, like I said, that's just a few things. Notice that we flow into mixed continuous combinations rather easily. When you're flowing like this, it's hard to repeat the same thing twice. So the further we go, the more we'll show you as far as variety in the responses. Okay, straight kick coming in. We'll first go with left lead fighter, kicking with the right leg. Okay, coming in like so. Stop kick, okay? Just boom, stop kick, touchdown, punch. Stop kick, touchdown, punch. Stop kick, touchdown, punch. Stop kick, punch, 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 punch. Kick, lay into him with a straight blast. Okay, kick comes in, lift, kick, back fist. Lift, kick, back fist. Lift, kick, back fist. Lift, kick, back fist. Kick comes in, angle, trap, punch, kick. Kick comes in, angle, trap, punch, kick. This kick, by the way, is to the groin. Angle, trap, punch, kick. Show you some other stuff on the other side. Kick comes in, stop kick, punch. Kick comes in, stop kick, punch. Kick comes in, lift, kick, back fist. Back up. Kick comes in, lift, counter kick, back fist. Lift, counter kick, back fist. Kick comes in, angle, trap, punch, kick. Angle, trap, punch, kick. Angle, trap, punch, release, punch. Elbow, knee. Okay? See how these things just kind of flow. Okay, hook kick coming in. Take a left leader firing off the rear leg, the most common thing you would see in a street situation. Demonstrate the kick. Coming in like so. Okay. Kick comes in. Stop kick, punch. Stop kick, punch. Stop kick, punch. Much like before. Back fist. Okay? I'm going to lift, stick, trap, punch. Lift, stick, trap, punch. Jam, trap, back fist. Jam, trap, back fist. Jam, trap, back fist. Jam, trap, back fist. Oblique, stop kick. Touchdown, side kick. Oblique stop, touchdown, side kick. It's hard to show this without actually doing it. Oblique stop, touchdown, hook kick. Oblique stop, touchdown, hook kick. Back up. Oblique stop, touchdown, hook kick. Oblique stop, touchdown, hook kick. Stop kick, punch. Stop kick, punch, 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 punch. In other words, light into him with a straight blast. Kick comes in, stick, trap, punch. Kick comes in, lift, stick, trap, punch. Okay. Just a few ideas. Kick a little bit higher this time, demonstrate. Good. Kick comes in, angle, punch. Kick comes in, angle, check, punch. Change up. Other side. Kick comes in. Angle, step, punch. Kick comes in. Angle, punch, punch, kick, spin, kick. Okay, occasionally you'll get a chance to insert a spin kick. Okay. It's a little bit of a hook kick. Side kick coming in. Carry it down, step, trap, back fist. Carry it down, step, trap, back fist. Carry it down, trap, back fist. Carry it down, punch. Carry it down, punch. Side step, trap, punch. Side step, trap, punch. Okay, other side. Carry it down, step, trap, back fist. Carry it down, step, trap, back fist. Carry it down, punch. Carry it down, punch. Carry it down, punch. Okay, kick comes in. Angle, trap, punch. Kick comes in. Angle, trap, punch. Kick comes in. Angle, trap, punch to the groin. Okay? Give you a few more ideas as to what you can do with that. Okay, hook kick comes in again. Okay, coming in. Coming in. Okay? We're going to check it with both arms as we counter kick to the support leg. Okay? This time, I'm going to angle off and just kick the support leg. Okay. Count with both hands as I counter kick to the support leg. Angle off, hook kick. Once again, I'm going kind of slow with this, being very controlled with my movements. In reality, I'm going to cut that leg out from under him with that kick. Spin kick. Coming in. Okay. As soon as he starts it, stop kick to the back of the thigh, touchdown, and go in. Stop kick, touchdown, and go in. Just raise the lead leg. Okay? Stop kick, touchdown, and go in. At this point, his back is turned to you. You can do almost anything you want to the rear portion of his body with very aggressive attacks. Okay, so spin kick is actually very simple. Just stop kick it with your lead leg, go for it. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the wrist grab. What if he comes up and grabs my wrist? Okay, situation that doesn't happen that often, but it could. Immediately, punch with the free hand. If he grabs this wrist, punch with that hand. If he grabs and tries to punch, check the punch, follow through with something. If he grabs and tries to punch, check the punch, follow through. Okay? What he doesn't realize is when he grabs you, he has immobilized this limb. Now he comes with this. I check, fire the elbow in, break the grip, trap, counter. Okay? Okay, the other side. Along that. Grabs, punches. Elbow, trap punch. Okay. All right. He comes up, he grabs. I'm turning to the side. He grabs, he tries to punch. Parry, back fist. Okay? Grabs, parry, back fist. Parry, back fist. Parry, back fist. Break the grip with the tonsile, pops out and hit. Say he comes up and tries to grab my shirt and my collar. Okay, first thing is recognizing the threat. As soon as he comes in, don't let him get there. Okay? Several ways to do this. Don't let him get you. Don't let him grab you. Comes in, don't let him get you. Comes in. Tries with both hands. Okay. Tries with both hands. Parry, claw, elbow, elbow, headbutt, elbow. Okay. All those things just kind of fit right in there. Both hands. Parry to one side. Punch. Kick. Both hands come in again. Parry to one side. Trap. Punch. Hit. Both hands come in again. Parry, rake, headbutt, upward elbow, hammer fist coming right down onto the throat. Knee smash, elbow, backward elbow, trap, cutting right into the neck. Okay. Thank you, Lily. Just to give you some idea of how to deal with some of the more common situations that you may run into in the street. This is not by any means conclusive as to all of your possible responses. When we come back, we're going to show you a little bit of some possible combinations that you may have to deal with in the street. In this sequence, we're going to close out by showing you some of the combinations that you may deal with in the street. Now, we're going to deal with fairly common things. We're not going to go into anything like your ultra elite super fighter might try to pull off in the street. We're just going to concentrate on just some basic things that you may encounter. David's going to join me now. We're going to start off with just a simple jab cross combination. Demonstrate. The jab comes in followed by the cross. Okay, so when the jab comes in, parry. When the cross comes in, parry, trap, back fist. Okay, and the other side. finger jab, long style back fist. Okay, back up. Jab comes in. Long pop, finger jab, long style, back fist. Okay, the other side. Slow. Okay. Slow. Okay. Once again, jab cross. Okay. Jab comes in, parry. Cross comes in, bounce out, roll, back fist. Jab comes in, parry, bounce out, roll, back fist. Parry. Okay, this time, jab comes in, parry, cross comes in, sliding leverage grill G. Going right into the eyes, other side. Okay? This time, jab comes in, parry, cross comes in, parry, finger jab. Okay, other side. Long pop, finger jab, long style, back fist. Long pop, finger jab, long style, back fist. Okay. Double hook. Come here, come here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Or 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Right, left coming in. Right hook, left hook. 1, head high, head high. 1, 2. 1, 2. Back up. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? Use those lens till that arm movements here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Notice how economical? Notice there's nothing wasted. Check it out from an angle. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Another angle. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Add an elbow in there. Okay, again. Shoulder stop, cut, punch. Shoulder stop, cut, punch. Shoulder stop, cut, punch. Shoulder stop, punch, shoulder stop, punch. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Another example of some things you can do against those hooks. This time from a left lead, left hook followed by a right hook. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? All right? Okay, just block the first one. Block the first one. Check, punch the second one. Okay, good. Thank you, David. Like I said, this is just to give you some ideas, just a few things that you can do. Okay. David and I have enjoyed working with you in this tape. I hope you like the way that we approached the self-defense aspect of Jeet Kune. We could have done a lot more things. We could have used a lot more techniques. We could have had much more variety in the way that the attacks come in. The important things that I was trying to get across to you, though, were not so much the techniques or the combination of techniques, but simply the fact that you want to just flow smoothly from one thing right into the next. Intercept whenever possible. Be aware of the fighting measure. Be aware of the range that you're in. Be aware of the tools available at that range. Okay, as I said, David and I have enjoyed working with you in this video. The clothing that I'm wearing is Jeet Kune workout wear. It's available from Jonathan and Kim Parsons. If you're interested, you can call 1-800-JKD-6977. They'll be glad to talk to you and send you a brochure. This is just one tape in a series of 20. If you're interested in other volumes, you can write to me, Seafood Lamar and Davis II, 267 West Valley Avenue, suite number 223, Birmingham, Alabama, zip code 35209. I'm the Executive Director of the United States Jeet Kune Alliance. If you're interested in membership, there are many benefits to membership, including discounts on instructional videos like this one. If you're interested in membership, or if you're interested in any of the other videos in this series, or interested in any of our future video series that we have coming out, I'll be glad to help you with that. If you'll just write to me, let me know what you're interested in. So, until the next tape, thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed it.